Okay.
After Dad refusing to watch anything that wasn't real life,
No.
he after he retired, he was watching soap operas.
He used
He
to
said
watch
he
Mary
didn't
Hartman.
And he got caught up in them, and he had to watch them every day because he didn't want to miss an episode.
And he said he never would watch them. And then he was watching it with
I was crazy about it.
You were as
Yeah,
the
but he
world
watched it
turns.
even when you weren't there.
As the world turns, the guiding light, one life to live. See, I remember.
The term he used to use with me about shows you shouldn't watch is because they don't give.
They're not real, they're fake.
But he wouldn't say that. He would say they don't give, meaning that they're not real.
They're not
You should
real.
only watch something that's real.
But I loved watching the Olympics, and I still do till this day. But Ori and I and
He used to
Ingrid,
love
we
watching
did
the
not
Olympics.
grow up watching sports and baseball and soccer on TV and basketball. We never went to games. So I see how people are so diehard into it.
I loved skating.
I love watching the skating, and we went ice skating, but no sports on TV to be watched. So you know how everybody's all involved with the teams. We didn't have that.
This just came to me, and I don't know. I always go a little bit more negative. I know I asked you before, but Mom was your first child in the United States.
No.
Yes.
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 Oh, okay. He's
Yes,
younger.
yes. Yes.
So, were you nervous about having a baby in the United States? And did Mom and did Grandma and Grandpa ever talk about things they were worried about being an immigrant in the United States?
I think they lived here a while already, and they knew how it was. And where we called, being Jewish, we did have some of that growing up. There was someone in our building, Billy, and we happened to be friends with him. But we were called like a dirty Jew, and it was very difficult growing up young at that time because there was more prejudice then. And yes, I felt that. Did you feel it?
Against me personally, yeah. There were
Yeah,
times
there
when
was, so.
well, I felt there were people who maybe they didn't know for sure, but they suspected I was Jewish, and I had a few issues there and there in school because of it. But what bothered me more was the fact that they were Jewish. They were very adamant about keeping their religion, even though what happened to them. When our neighborhood began to change, even though I don't think they had any dark-skinned people anywhere near them when they lived in Germany, when they started moving into the neighborhood, I felt that they were saying things which you would consider being prejudiced. I could hear remarks coming from them or being expressed by them, and that bothered me.
And did your parents tell you not to say that you were Jewish?
No.
No,
Yes.
no, we never, no.
Yes.
No, we were always proud
Yes,
of what
they
we
told
were. They told you? No,
They
we
used
were
to tell
always
us.
Let
proud.
her talk.
Oh, she could-
No, I remember that Mom used to say, nobody has to know that you're Jewish. You don't have to tell them. I remember that.
Do you remember saying that, Grandma? Do you remember telling, what did you tell them about your identity and where you came from?
I grew up with this, I'm afraid. Grew up by Hitler. I went through because we were Jewish, we prepared to suffer. And we got them in concentration camps. We got killed.
Less.
To go back to your original question, the things about immigration, being the immigrant that I was told about, was sometimes you and Daddy would talk about how much harder it was to become a citizen for you than when I was born. That it was much easier to become a citizen. That you had it much harder to become a citizen than the people. And the only other immigration thing that you would speak of was taking the ship over. Taking the ship through the storm and what happened during the storm and the ship and all that.
I also remember you used to say in the beginning you were afraid of uniformed cops.
Yeah,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So why were you afraid of them?
not anymore, but it
No, but
was,
when you were, yes,
took me a long time.
because, why?
Because of Hitler.
Because you were afraid that, right.
Took it.
We weren't spoiled growing up. We were not spoiled growing up.
No.
We did not go out to eat. We did, as I said, no movies. I did have you take me to West Side Story and Babes of Toyland. That's the only two movies I ever went to.
Because you never, I grew up not eating in restaurants. I grew up, nobody went out to restaurants.
And Daddy didn't like eating out, but you did.
They
You cooked
didn't
quite on.
eat it, they didn't
Yeah.
go out to eat in restaurants.
Yeah.
But we
We
did,
were not used to that.
but we didn't have a lot of snacks in the house, a lot of goodies, and that's why when we used to go visiting, and they would put out this box of chocolates, that I didn't have chocolates at home, so I would go over and I would eat chocolate, and then I'd go over and I'd eat chocolate, and I could keep going.
That was in,
Hannah?
now,
No.
Laura.
Spears,
Spears.
yes, Carla.
yeah.
Yeah, I was so angry. It was right there, you know, where we sat. And she kept on eating and eating and eating. So then all of a sudden, Carla comes over, didn't say not a word. She took it away. Put it over there by the place. I was angry at her about that.
Yeah. Well, we didn't grow up with soda in the house, so my friend Diane, I used to go up to her house and I drink soda and I wasn't used to it, so it would tickle up my nose. And another friend, they had pizza delivered to their house. And Tina would say, "Let's come over at this time and ring my bell, we're getting pizza." And her parents would say, "It's funny how, I knew the right time to come so I could have some pizza."
Now about pizza. This-
We'll end here, but I want to hear about your first pizza. I know that you had it with Grandma and your first pizza, and then we'll end it for today.
Well,
didn't-
my
Didn't
first
know about
pizza
pizza.
that Mom volunteered to get me was when I was in high school, and we had parent-teacher night, and we had to take the bus from our house to Broadway over the bridge to 25th Street. We would get off there, and there was a pizza store there. And my high school, we could go up the hill. We had to walk up the hill to the high school. So I think it was it before we went? Or no, it was after, I think, after we saw the teachers. And I guess I got a good report or something. And Mom said, "There's a pizza store there. You want to go? We'll go get pizza." And that was the first, I was like, wow, it was like a big deal because any other time, we used to have a pizza store on Broadway, but we didn't go there. Every time I would ask her, she would say no.
No, Mr. Softy. Mr. Softy truck came around and,
Don't you let us have
oh my gosh, Mom, Mr. Softy's here. So Mom would look out the window, the same apartment where she is now, put it in a napkin money, and we'd buy Mr. Softy. And I miss Mr. Softy because he's not in New Jersey.
The only thing that with Mr. Softy though, she wouldn't let us get ices. It always had to be ice
I
cream.
only wanted ice cream. Till this day, I like soft ice cream.
Barry, your first pizza?
I can't say that I have a vivid recollection. I could tell you almost assuredly it was. So there was a bar called Joel's, and then right next to the bar of Joel's, he opened up a pizza shop. And I'm sure it was there that I had my first piece of pizza. But
Yeah, it was a bar, and they also had a restaurant, and I had never eaten there before until Kay and I decided to look for something low in that neighborhood, and that was one of the places we went, and they had, among other things, Chinese food. At least at the time, I thought it was great, and then years later, I found out it was a gay bar.
what?
I don't know if it was gay at that time, but I know
Wow.
it became a gay bar. If it wasn't back then, it was a gay bar. Or gay club.
I mean, I can envision it quite clearly. He had the banner out there with the neon Joel's and all that very old school.
So I used to go to Hebrew school after school, and I was anemic. So there was a candy store across Broadway.
Right on the corner of our block.
Yeah,
It was a genuine old school
Was
candy
so
shop with a
good.
fountain counter
Yes,
and
yeah.
swiveling seats and all
I
that.
used to have to drink malteds. You didn't have to force me to go in and ask for a chocolate malted. Or I loved it, so I would have the money, have that, and then walk to Hebrew school. Have to ask somebody across the street because it was a big, big street.
Across the street from the Hebrew school?
Well, there was another one. There was one on Nagel Avenue. I know that there was one on the corner, but I used to go to the one on Nagel Avenue after school. And yeah, I was happy when it snowed and school was canceled.
All right. Thank you.